opportunity.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody. I apologize for my voice. If I have another cough attack, please forgive me. It's good to be on the panel with my colleagues. Thank you very much. When we spoke here a year ago, Azerbaijan was just announced as the future host of COP29 at that time. And you know that perhaps now in the history of COPs, we had the least time to prepare, less than a year. Now, in 5 days, it will be a year since we actually been announced as a COP host. So it's been a challenge. I think just in pure terms of logistics, it's been met with flying colors. I think it's been done quite well in terms of putting together the event. It also took place in a very different geopolitical environment from other COPs and from the upcoming COP in Brazil as well. I mean, just to mention that there was a change of government in the United Kingdom, in many European countries. There are questions. There have been a very significant election in the United States, so you could see this is a very different environment. And yet, I am grateful that I think this is in some ways, to the extent possible, this is a success in Azerbaijan. It was supposed to be a finance COP. It was supposed to come up with a new quantum number for the NCQG, and it has. It did so, and it was not an easy conversation, as you know. We could go into details of what happened, how it happened, why it happened. I think the op-ed in The Guardian by the COP29 president, Mukhtar Babayev, is quite self-explanatory. You could see the details of the conversation there. It was very interesting. For us, it was a great learning experience. But I think what the international community managed to do, despite all the distractions, and by the way, not all the distractions come because people want to distract. People want to do something good, and they add so much load onto a quite focused conversation that becomes impossible to complete it. So the fact that the international community has managed to keep its eye on the prize, on the most important focus, on the climate change, I think that is by itself a success. So I think two most important achievements, of course, NCQG with a 300 billion agreement on a co-financing annually from the developed world to the developing countries, plus a target of by 2035 to reach 1.3 trillion. That's difficult to imagine now, but I think the approach of bringing on board private sectors, funders, also some developing nations, plus MDBs, I think it's a very good approach, and we were hopeful that it will work. And of course, finalizing the conversation on Article 6. I think this is fundamentally important. Many people don't appreciate how important this is. And the fact that it happened on day one, I think, moved the negotiations forward on other issues. Of course, the fully operational lost and damage fund is also important. And there are many other things, which some regional things happened as well. Chris, I know they're much better speakers than me. I want to just point out something which is very important, I think, as we speak to the UK audience. I think I want to commend and thank the UK delegation for being there. They were the key part of enabling the conversation and actually reaching the consensus.